This is a homage beat.
Oh, it's that time again. It's 2K Kingslayer with a new logo and a brand new 2K film room here. We're leveling up in 2019. And today we're going to be going over not a freelance per se, but a method that I like to use to punish guys online that like to play off-ball defense. So, cheesers, basically. And we're going to be showing you guys that using online gameplay as always. But before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys to please hit that like button and that subscribe button if you have not done so. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy to me. Almost at 10K, so every like and subscription helps. Join the movement. I appreciate it very much. Now, without further ado, let me show you guys this clip from some online gameplay. Alright, so first thing I want to point out is that I'm using a 4-out, 1-in design here. You can use any freelance that has 4 guys on the perimeter and 1 guy inside, okay? Next thing I want to point out is that my opponent is off-balling by only using 1 defender. He's not switching, he's just sticking on Joe Ingles for whatever reason. The defensive stopper known as Joe Ingles. Usually people stick on the center when they off-ball, but the point is, you're going to use this method against off-ballers, and what I'm doing here is what is known as the weave in basketball terminology. So it's several handoffs leading into each other. So you see I'm moving towards the corner, hand the ball off, moving towards the middle of the floor, hand the ball off, one more handoff here, and oftentimes in the NBA this leads to a pick and roll. You can mix that in as well. But why is this effective? So I'm going to show you guys this replay one more time. So watch what's going to happen. It's effective for a couple reasons. Number one, it creates sort of a pseudo screen, which you're going to see right here. See how Doncic kind of bumps into Rubio and leaves him behind a little bit? So that's not an actual screen. It's sort of like a brush screen that you see in the NBA a lot, where guys don't totally commit to a screen, but it's not enough contact that the refs are going to call it. So it does help create some space for you to either drive or, in this case, have enough space to take an open shot if you've got a good shooter out there. This is a real thing that NBA players use. So that's number one. You're screening, but not really screening. And number two, because it's a pseudo screen, if your opponent is, let's just say he was sticking on the center there, the CPU on his end, his 2 CPU defenders, are not going to register this as a screen. So whatever his screening settings are not going to work because it's not a screen. It's not an actual screen. So that's really why I like to use this against guys that off-ball. Now, this is not something that I'm going to use all game long, but you're going to see me mixing it in a little bit here on the gameplay that I'm about to show. So here we go, baby. Online gameplay, Dallas Mavericks, Utah Jazz. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off with a handoff, and eerily close to a backcourt there, but we take a little step back, and Wesley Matthews with the floater. Very pretty. That's finesse right there. That's what we call that. So good defense on this end from Wesley Matthews. He's going to push the ball. We've got nothing in transition, but we find an open baseline, and no bueno. Thankfully, we get the steal immediately because of that horrible animation in 2K where dudes get the rebound and then get the ball stolen. It benefits us this time, so we ain't complaining. But we get the ball into DeAndre Jordan, and my man's got ants in his pants here. He's just hopping all over the place. We get the easy layup out of that one. So 106 remaining here in the first. We see JJ Barea did not get open off of that screen, so we're going to look for DeAndre. Nothing there. Time running low, so we're going to call nice little pick and roll here. DeAndre puts it in. Green light on a layup. Green lights seem to be more rare on layups than they are on 3-pointers in 2K for whatever reason. Anyway, we're going to move the ball here. DeAndre handling. We find JJ Barea, and what was that animation that caused him to not go straight up with it after the catch? That is infuriating. But no use crying over spilled milk. I'm lactose intolerant anyway, people. Now you learned something about me. 7 seconds remaining here in the first. We're going to push, see if we can get something going. 3 seconds, and DeAndre with the clutch layup. Still, only 8 points in that first quarter. Not a good quarter for us. So we're going to call a pick and roll here. Both his guys step up, leave DeAndre open, and DeAndre, I believe, has the highest field goal percentage in history. He's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame, believe it or not. Let me know if you would agree or disagree with that in the comments. But you can see right there, we did a handoff, not a weave, just one handoff, but it created enough space for Dennis Smith Jr. to be able to get in for the easy score. So yeah, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, it's that handoffs underused. You should use them more often. Okay, so moving on here. Good defense. We're going to push the ball. Hopefully defense to offense here. We find Luka Doncic and a long two. Daryl Morey does not like that at all. We don't like long twos over here. We get threes whenever possible. So we're down 8. Not a great half. 18 points and a half, even by short quarter 2K standards, is not optimal by any means. So gonna see if we can kick our offense to the next level here. Gonna get the ball in, and let's see what we can get going here in the second half. So this should look familiar to you. I showed you this clip earlier. We find Luka Doncic after that little weave there. One more time, handoff, second handoff, third handoff, and there's enough space that Luka can pull up and knock it down. Bada bing from downtown, Luka Doncic. 3:41 remaining. Let's go with another little weave action here. We just go one handoff into a pick and roll, and we get the foul call there. So let's show that one again. Luka tying his shoelaces. That is why I wear Velcro at all times. Anyhow, you can see handoff, a little bit of space, and even more space created after that pick and roll following the handoff. So let's try it again. Handoff. My guys were not set, but we go straight into another handoff. We see he's still off balling, so we go into that weave action, call a pick and roll, reject the screen, and get in for the easy one. So you guys can see how you can mix in handoffs to lead to that weave action. He's having trouble. Somehow, we find ourselves down by 10. Just because I'm bad at this game doesn't mean this stuff doesn't work, alright? We've gone over this on my streams before. Just because I'm ass doesn't mean I'm not a good coach, alright? But we're not done with this one yet. We're down by 10 in the third. Knocked down a 3 from J.J. Barea. I am using the Mavericks playbook, by the way. I haven't changed their playbook during this gameplay. We see him off-balling again, so we get the ball inside. Quick pump fake. Easy one by Mr. Mejri. So, we're down by 7 here. Trying to play good defense, staying in front of him. Gonna push the ball in transition. Inside. And easy one at the bucket, down 5, but we find ourselves down by 9 once again. As I said, I am booty at this game. But we're gonna use IQ to get better. Okay, good defense there. We said, no, 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 my friend, and stopped him at the basket. 4:37 remaining. Actually had a relatively open layup, but we kick it outside for the wide open 3. Down by 6 now with 3 minutes remaining, getting into crunch time. And DeAndre Jordan, throw it down, big man. Ugh, disgusting. That's some pretty basketball there. We're gonna keep it moving here. Quick 2 dive CNR, play doesn't work, so we get it inside. DeAndre Jordan, call for the cut. Wesley Matthews, inside over a couple defenders. Nicely done there. So clutch layup. Lead is down to 5. Got to play some good defense. We call for the double team here. We swing to the other side, and we are going to force a turnover. So we get the ball. Donovan Mitchell not happy there. Let's keep it going. We're going to run quick 3, rip floppy. Floppy plays, of course, are always 3-point plays. We find Wesley Matthews, bada bing. Clutch shot, and that cuts it to 2. So 2-point game after we get the ball back again. 40 seconds.
Give me the green light.
Luka Doncic. Who else? Green light. We are now up by 1. 35 seconds. Bad defense there. But we catch a break. Get the rebound. Gonna slow it down now. No reason to push it. So we're gonna go ISO 3-2 quick here. Wesley Matthews at the top. Luka. And we draw a foul. Unfortunately, we are not in the penalty, so the Jazz are still alive here. So we've got 14 on the shot clock now. Dennis Smith inside, going to take it back out wisely. We're going to dribble the ball around a little bit, try and run the clock as much as possible. And let's go back into that handoff. Luka, oh my goodness. What a clutch floater from Luka Doncic over Rudy Gobert. Let's see that one again. We've been talking about how useful handoffs can be to create space against off-ballers, and it worked. And that may be the game. One possession left. Good defense, and that'll do it. So we get the win with the Dallas Mavericks in dramatic fashion. I love games like that. That's why I play this game. I love to play games like that online. So yeah, we jump into the box score. You guys can see it was kind of scoring by committee today. DeAndre with 12, Luka with 11, but Luka hit the 2 biggest shots of the game, of course. But as we scroll down here, everybody kind of chipping in. Scoring by committee. Nobody scored a lot, but everybody scored a little. That's how I like to play the game, actually. I don't like to dominate with one player. So we look now at the team comparison. We won field goal percentage. Didn't shoot 3-pointers particularly well, but not bad, 40%. We win those all-important stats that I always talk about. Well, we didn't win bench points, surprisingly, but we did win assists and time of possession. So 2 of the 3 big keys to the game that I always point out. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys use this online. It's really fun to run. And there are so many different combinations that you can do with this little move with the handoffs leading into pick and rolls and stuff like that. So try it out. Let me know how it goes for you. Again, like and subscribe if you have not done so. Got more content coming for you very soon. So until next time, happy gaming, y'all.